Hey guys, Asher Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. I'm glad to have you here with me today. Sending some love, some positive vibes your way, and I am pumped because we're going to be talking about one of, if not the best epic supports inside the entire game. And I said that right. I'm talking you can make a very, very valid case that Rector Drath is the best epic support in all of Raid Shadow Legends. One of the best epics in all of Raid Shadow Legends. In today's video, I'm going to talk about her specifically towards the mid to the end game, but we'll touch on builds and utility and the reason why she's so amazing no matter where you are in Raid Shadow Legends. But first, let's look at, let's look at all the champions in the entire game that have perfect veil on all allies, right? So we have a couple mythicals, Galathir, Theodosia, okay. We have Duchess, we have Tatora, we have Truath, we have Feral, we have Glaciad, we have Feedy, and then we have only two epics, Quagran and Rector Drath. That's it.
We made this veil especially for you.
This is all of Raid Shadow Legends. There's like 1,000 champions in this game. Only two epics have the AoE perfect veil, and guess what? Only one of them has it unconditionally. Because Quagran the Crowned, and by the way, one of the most important buffs in the game, one of the most powerful buffs in the game, Perfect Veil. You can't be targeted by single target attacks, and you get 15% AoE damage mitigation. But there's a lot more to Rector Drath than just the Perfect Veil, but I wanted to start there. Quagran the Crowned, the other one, it's a conditional Perfect Veil. You need to have attack higher than your defense to get that Perfect Veil, so it's not dependable in all situations like Hydra and anywhere else in the game that you would want that great damage mitigation and targeting mitigation as well. So let's talk a little bit about Rector Drath and why still today, in this, 2025 here, why Rector Drath is still one of the best, if not the best. First of all, aesthetically, we love the visual of Rector Drath. She's free, by the way. I think she's kind of a apprentice's path or something like that. They added to the game where you can get Rector Drath for new accounts out there. She's also like a download code. If I can find one, I'll include it in the description below. If anybody wants to start a new account and start out with the Rector Drath, go ahead. Top line of the description in today's video. Anyway, I digress. 109 base speed. Sign me up. She's very fast. One of the fastest epic revivers in all of Raid at 109 base speed, right? She has resistance in Doom Tower battles by 55. Okay. She has a decreased attack on her A1 ability, 50% decreased attack. Beautiful against bosses. Beautiful for damage mitigation. Wonderful for damage mitigation, especially in the early to mid game when you might not have every debuff that you need on every team, and you might need that support, that damage mitigation that decreased attack provides again against bosses on her A1. Beautiful. On her A2, Necro Mutation. Oh, what a just beautiful ability here. You can make a case this is the strongest epic ability in the game next to Karma Burn that Seer has. Heals all allies by 20% of this champion's max HP. After healing, you get a perfect veil for 2 turns on all allies with full HP. A little conditionality there, but she's one of the most elite healers inside the entire game of Raid Shadow Legends. We'll talk about why in a moment, but part of it is the heal that she has there. 20% of her max HP, we can scale it very high, and we can dictate through Rector Drath how much healing the rest of the team gets, right? Plays a continuous heal for 1 turn instead on all allies with less than 100% HP. This is on a 4-turn cooldown. Perfect Veils in this game, they're all on a 4-turn cooldown, right? And then we have revives a single ally with 60% HP, fills their turn meter by 60%, perfect veil on them for not 1, not 2, but 3 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. That is some beautiful survivability with the mitigation from the perfect veil, 60% turn meter as well. This is a very good single target revive ability. And then the passive, it just brings it all together here. Whenever an ally under a veil or perfect veil gets a turn, heals them by 10% of their max HP, also increases the resistance of allies under Veil or Perfect Veil by 50. Really solid resistance boost there, especially because she has it on a 4-turn on an AoE, right, as well. And all those heals, they stack up. They stack up so big. You're going to be just blown away by the heal numbers that we see on this Rector Drath in today's video. But there's a key to getting the most out of Rector Drath, and it has to do with how we build her, right? So let me show you the build. This is the best case scenario on my endgame Rector, right? We have, you saw it, reflex and impulse, right? Now, reflex is most important. Impulse is a nice to have, but not mandatory, right? Impulse, very hard to get. You get the speed, 12% chance to reduce a random skill cooldown by 1 turn. Reflex, 40% chance to reduce a skill cooldown by 1 turn. You add them both together, we're getting a lot of decreased cooldowns. Why is reflex made for Rector Drath? Well, she only has 1 active skill that's not a revive, right? So it's always going to go to the Necro mutation, the reflex procs, the impulse procs, right? Thus bringing this down to maybe a 3, maybe a 2-turn cooldown, right? Thus allowing us to keep Perfect Veil and a bunch of heals on our team almost all the time. This is amazing in Hydra. Frankly, it's amazing everywhere because it synergizes so beautifully with the extra healing that we get from the Master of Ghosts passive. Ooh, that synergy is amazing. So much healing, so much support, damage mitigation, you name it, she's got it. Rector is amazing. Have you got the memo? She's amazing. I got it! I love the Journal of Necrodos here. She gets more HP. Remember that HP on her A2 is based on her heal. Whenever heals, wearers heals in turn meter, increase effects applied to allies are boosted by 15%. Never mind the gemstone. She's not going to be revived that often. I just threw it on there. I had it on another champion originally. What else do we have on here? In terms of stat priorities, HP and speed, number 1 and number 2. There are some nice high resist builds that you can consider as well with Rector Drath. She does have that resist aura in Doom Tower battles. She does have the resist boost, so to speak, on her passive as well. But she doesn't have that cleanse or block debuffs. So I'm just prioritizing speed and HP. We just barely hit 100k HP, but as you guys can see in full transparency, obviously right before your very eyes, we have a lot of stats coming from the blessing and empowerment on this champion. I do have her 5-star awakened. I have her with commanding presence on this champion. Now, I wouldn't say that would be your first choice, but I do love strengthening my team or my team's auras. I love the stats that she gets as well. You could definitely go with Miracle Heal as well. Has a chance of restoring any destroyed max HP whenever this champion heals themselves or an ally. I mean, that really can add up significantly, right? I use her obviously as my aura strengthener on my team. You could go with Survival Instinct. Partially fills this champion's turn meter. Whenever a debuff is placed, spread, or transferred onto them, we get a fills this champion's turn meter by 10%. It's nice to have as well, right? So those are some considerations that you can go with for blessings on her. Total stats we already showed you guys. What do I have on her? HP on the banner. I have HP on the amulet. I have HP, you guessed it, on the ring. I have speed on the boots. I have HP percentage with some accuracy. We really would love to have some accuracy for that decreased attack on her A1. If you already have it covered on your team, though, or all the teams that you're using her on, go ahead and punt accuracy if you want to. But it's definitely worth picking up. It's definitely worth going for that decreased attack and progression, especially. HP percentage on the chest. We have HP percentage with HP percentage on the gauntlets as well. We're looking for speed. We're looking for HP, maybe a little bit of resistance as well. But as much HP as we can stack on her is going to be the way to go. You don't want to totally neglect defense as well. Some areas, Ice Golem, there's a lot of hard-hitting bosses out there, so take that into consideration. Now, if I didn't have Impulse, what would I go with on the 2-piece? I would go Reflex no matter what on my Rector Drath, right? Like, I would go Reflex. If I didn't have the gear, I'd go Immortal, right? So, Immortal in place of Impulse will be the way to go, right? I would go Immortal. You get that little heal, which is nice and helpful, right? And then you get the extra HP as well from the Immortal set. So Immortal and Reflex is totally fine as well. If you're really relying on the decreased attack in the early game, don't be afraid to throw on a Perception set, a Speed set, a Life set as well on Rector Drath. All great considerations. Last but not least, 2 other set recommendations, either a Shield or Bolster, because she has a lot of HP anyway for extra survivability on your team, or you could go with Guardian and kind of make her even extra tanky and try to mitigate damage that all the rest of your allies receive. Just got to be careful because you don't want your reviver to die, right? Masteries, really quickly here, guys. We definitely, Curing set too. Curing. That's right, Curing. I said it here. That was not on anybody's bingo card, talk about a curing set. But actually, she's one of the best healers in the game. Like, the numbers that she can heal with, out-heal every epic in the game, maybe with Vrask on the same page. I bet she even out-heals Vrask and Woad Painted, right? Anyway, HP, we're going with Lay on Hands, we're going with Healing Savior and Merciful Aid. You could go with Lasting Gifts as well. Keep in mind, Lasting Gifts can extend Perfect Veil. So I don't know why. I'm going to have to redo it right now. I'm going to have to redo. To me, Lasting Gifts, these are old Masteries, but I'm glad that I went through them here with you guys. To me, it doesn't make any sense not to pick up Lasting Gifts, right? It's one of the most powerful buffs that you can extend in this game. Now, you could come down and pick up Timely Intervention if you wanted to, and pump the extra damage from the offensive tree. As a matter of fact, I actually prefer that. So we're going to go Timely Intervention. We're redoing everything here. Rapid Response, sign me up. Cycle of Magic, hell yeah. Let's go. What did I have? Exalted Death? Each time an enemy is killed, I don't know. Let's save it for a second. Let's go with some defense. Let's go with Blast Proof, damage from AoEs, Resurgent to cleanse off those debuffs. Let's go Delay Death, good against bosses. Let's go Cycle of Revenge. I like going Cycle of Revenge, parlayed with Timely Intervention so that our turn meter is always going up when we need it the most. We could go with a counterattack here with Retribution, or we could go with Sniper to increase the odds of landing that decreased attack. I'm going to go with Sniper, why not? And we're going to go with Rejuvenation, increased amount of healing and value of shields this champion receives by 5%. Those are our new and improved masteries on Rector Drath. Let's see her in action, guys. So I'm going to go over to Doom Tower. I have, what is it? This secret, what was this stupid secret? Secret Room 6, right? It's not a very difficult secret room, but we're purposely not going to use any mythicals or legendaries or anything. Support champions only, just to see Rector Drath in action here, right? Look at her go. I'm not going to make you watch the entire thing. Don't worry. It's rather boring, but it does illustrate how good of a support champion she is. Look at Ulfrig's nuke, man. I have Bellower, by the way. Little lineup for you guys. On your right, we get Bellower. Next to him, we have Ulfrig. I love Ulfrig. Then we have Rector Drath. We have Ingid Twiststaff. That's the Sylvan Watcher rare champion with the AoE Leech. And then on the far left, who do we have there? Is it Apothecary? I can't even see you with the veil on, man. Yes, Apothecary. There we go. So you can see that even if somebody does die on this team, Rector's going to pick him right back up. And she's got enough healing, and they're going to stay on perma-frickin' veils, perfect veils, right? Because you can see almost every time she takes a turn, you're going to see that skill, that turn down proc, right? Let's see on the next one. Decrease cooldown, decrease cooldown. What does that mean? We're right back to the A2 again. Her next move, perfect veils come in, and everybody stays healed. Every single turn, everybody's getting healed. There she goes again, refreshes the perfect veil. This is why this build is so busted. I'm going to come to you guys in the end screen, and we'll take a look at all her healing. And who do you guys think is going to score the most damage here? Ulfrig, Bellower, or Ingid? Stay tuned to find out. All right, guys, so damage-wise, we have Ulfrig, my man, scoring almost 1 million damage. Check out these heals, guys. Ulfrig with 409, Apothecary with 91k. What's going on with Apothecary? But here we go. Boom. Can you guys see it, or is my mic blocking Rector? Come on, Mike, come on. 1.8 milli. No big deal. No big deal. All right, let's go. Hey, you know what? We're right here. I wish I could go to the top floor, but the insane thing is she can duo the Frost Spider, right? Even the hardest level of Frost Spider. I have her here with Magnar and with Mordecai. All you need is a burner, and Magnar is just one of the best wave clearers out there. He just absolutely wrecks, so he can clear the waves, get us to the Frost Spider. I'll be right back. All right, guys, here we are at the Frost Spider, man. She's amazing, right? We're gonna be resisting a bunch of stuff just because of that veil, right? You can see the resisting. No big deal, right? Helps out with the extra resist on the passive as well. Now we're just waiting on Mordecai to go in there, start scoring some burns, and then we just burn that spider down. The funny thing is oftentimes on teams like this, our wave clearing champion will die, in this case, Magnar, but she won't let him die. She's like, no, I have too much healing to go around. I will not let you die. I refuse. So you can see she's still resisting. And we're just going to wait for Mordecai to burn down the spider, right? And that's not too interesting, so I'll come back to you guys when the spider is burned down. If you like HP burn, you're going to want to stay tuned for the next team. All right, guys, just about done here. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. But, oh yeah, we're recording. Yo, Rector with 2.6 million on the heels. A lot of support there. Good old Mordecai coming in with a 17 million burns. And Magnar just doing what Magnar does. Speaking of burns, check this team out, guys. This is an Ice Golem hard 10 team, right? Really fun. No legendaries, although, you know, a bunch of +4 epics. But we have Frenzy the Cackler. We have Skrank the Burner. We have Stagnite. For the increased accuracy, which we might need here, actually, with his passive and the debuffs and the damage. And Achek the Wenderin. Now, the cool thing is, Achek the Wenderin heals all allies by 5% of their max HP every time an enemy under a burn gets a turn. Fills a turn meter of all allies every time an enemy under a freeze gets a turn. And she
Such behavior.
I'm gonna get canceled. Has a freeze in his kit as well. Very, very strong. I'm gonna super raid and hope I don't waste my energy on this one. The waves might take a few minutes, but I will say that good old Skrank, man, he's a little nuker there. Look at that damage that he's putting out there. This is such a fun team to watch because let's just respect this and honor this and soak this up together here, guys. We're actually melting this wave away, aren't we? I mean, we go in there. This is a team. Now, we're probably going to wipe at the Ice Golem now that I talk all this smack about it. But we have Frenzy there. She has an AoE provoke for some good control. Not that we really need it with that freeze from Achek. People don't use Achek the Wenderin enough, man. This dude is like, he's insane. And the cool thing is, like, I like this team doesn't really have a nuker on it per se, right? Skrank can deal some damage, but it's just a bunch of burns and a bunch of synergy, right? I love teams like this. I'll come back to you guys when we get to the Ice Golem. All right, guys, here we go against the Ice Golem. Look at that beautiful start there. Everybody with that veil, mitigating that AoE damage. Beautiful, beautiful thing, right? Oh, man, I am so feeling Severance right now. I am binging the hell out of that show. I think a lot of you guys in the comments actually dropped it as a recommendation, so thank you to you guys. Those of you out there, this is, yeah, I don't know why I'm mentioning it right now, but there you go. That's what I'm up to. What about you guys? Any good TV show, music recommendations, anything for me right now? I appreciate it, guys. I really do. All right, here we go. We've got, I love this team, man. Okay, we got it. Man down, Skrank down, Skrank down. It's okay. We got Rector on the team. Big nuke coming in. I don't love the decreased defense on the team. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't make me feel so good. This team went well in rehearsal, but I'm not liking this one so far. But the good news is we just got a decreased cooldown. All we need to do is take a turn right now. Easy, guys. Easy. Oh, Rector. Oh, Rector. Okay, we're back in it. We're good. We're good. We recovered. We recovered. Oh, man. I love this team, but you got to be careful. All right, so building a team like this... Ooh, with a higher resistance strategy might not be the worst idea, but so far we're surviving, but barely. Win or lose, I'm keeping this for you guys because I just love the team so much, even though we might wipe. I don't know. I feel like sometimes life be like that. When you go against the Ice Golem, you're like, okay, things are looking good right now. Okay, we're going to not get the ignore defense. We killed the minions. Everything's looking all right. There's one big problem, and it's called heal reduction. So we don't want heal reduction with Rector on the team. We go into the Necro mutation. We don't get the veil because we needed the continuous heal, which also helps out, obviously. Get another decreased cooldown on that A2. Big attack coming in. It's okay. We're staying alive. Necro mutation, A2, damage mitigation, AoE. Boom. I feel like I'm play-by-play for the NBA Finals, but it's just an Ice Golem hard 10 run. With all epics, no big deal. All right, big nuke coming in. We're going to stay alive. We got this. We got this. Come on, team. All right. No! All right, you know what? It worked in rehearsal. Either way, super fun team. Sorry for showing you an L, but I'm not going to cut and redo it. Whatever, I'm going to show you the real result. 3 million in heals, though. Not too shabby. If I had to change the team, I would say that maybe Stagnite was a little bit too much for this team. I was actually running Thenisil in rehearsal, so to speak, prepping for the video, and Thenisil actually kept the team alive just fine, but sometimes when you get a little bit too much damage, aka having Stagnite in there with the debuffs, sometimes it can result in, well, what you just saw. Either way, Frenzy with 5 million damage, Skrank with 5 million damage as well. I love this team. Probably just need to make an adjustment or two. Even Achek with 550 healing, and Rector's like, step aside, Grasshopper. Very, very cool. All right, let's go in. Let's end with the Hydra battle, because, you know, she's so good everywhere, Rector Drath. Let me just show up to you the area rankings really quickly as we pull up a Hydra battle. Let's go Hydra hard. I have a team all ready for you here. Not this team, don't worry. Don't worry, this team. We've got Mikage, we've got Estrid, we've got Bivald of the Thorn to be our provoker, we've got Estrid to be our increase attack and our increased speed champion on the team. We have Rector Drath for the perfect veil and all the heals. We already talked about that. We have Ugo for the block buffs and for the decreased defense. Weaken on Estrid. We have some ally attack action on Mikage, and we have Ninja for the damage. I guess a little bit shy on damage on this team, if I had to be fair, but let's just see. I'm going to use a quick battle on it. Really quickly, though, I want to start on auto and just see what the team looks like, because it's been a while since I've actually seen what Hydra looks like with the quick battles and all. As I pull up the area rankings, I will regale you guys with a little bit of... Bivald's a solid champion, too, man. He really is. Good provoker. Criminal! Hellhades.com. Criminal to call Rector Drath a 4 out of 5. I love how versatile she is, right? You can really use her anywhere. You could even use her in the arena, right? She's the right affinity. She's super strong. She's a cool freaking champion, right? Not like endgame arena or anything like that, but still, you could do a lot worse, right? For a reviver, I should say, in the arena with that A2 ability. Look at this team, man. We're not gonna come up with a ton of damage, but a lot of support on this squad, right? A lot of support. And all the debuffs that we could want. And all the buffs that we could want too, right? What are we even missing on this team? Not much, huh? We even have decreased speed. What a nice little squad we have here. All right, so you guys can see the team. Everybody's basically going to be under perma veils in this build. You gotta love it. Got some decapitated necks just chilling there. Let's go ahead and put it on quick battle. Free regroup. It's been a while. And let's just see what we can do here. What do you think? Keep going, keep going, keep going. All the way! Hey, 199 milli. Not too bad. Not too bad there. Oh, I love Rector Drath. Hopefully, I've convinced some of you guys watching that Rector Drath is the best epic support in all of Raid Shadow Legends. If you agree, give me a big fat thumbs up. If you disagree, give me a big fat thumbs down. Guys, thanks for watching till the end of the video. Do you have a champion recommendation that you just feel, even if, you know, this is criminal, by the way, that we're 0.15 away from 200 million. Would have been such a better finale to this video. Do you have an epic champion or a rare champion or even a legendary champion that you just think is the absolute best? Even if people think highly of this champion, you think they're even better than that. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching till the end of the video. And as always, take care, guys.